Look around you. Your phone, your shoes, your laptop, the chair you're sitting on. There's a good chance every one of these products traveled inside a shipping container. These giant steel boxes are the invisible backbone of global trade. Every year, more than 800 million container movements take place across the world's oceans. But here's the shocking part. Millions of these containers travel completely empty. Not because they're broken, not because nobody needs them, but because the global economy has created one of the most expensive logistical problems ever seen. A problem that costs the industry more than $20 billion every year. Today we're following the journey of a single container to discover why, and why moving nothing can sometimes cost more than moving something. Birth of a container. Our story starts in China. Inside a container manufacturing factory, giant steel sheets are cut, welded, painted, and assembled. Within hours, a standard 40-foot container is born. Cost to manufacture: around $3,000 to $4,000. Once completed, the container is transported to a nearby export hub, most likely Shanghai, the world's busiest container port. Now the container waits. Soon it gets loaded with products, maybe televisions, maybe furniture, maybe smartphones. Whatever the cargo, the destination is likely thousands of miles away. The United States, Europe, Australia. The container is now full. This is the profitable part of the journey. Every company involved gets paid. The exporter, the shipping line, the truck company, the port. Everyone wins. Crossing the Pacific, the container is loaded onto a massive container ship. These vessels are among the largest machines ever built. Some carry more than 24,000 containers at once. Imagine a floating city made entirely of steel boxes. For 2 to 3 weeks, the ship crosses the Pacific Ocean. Fuel is burned. Crews work around the clock. Weather systems are monitored. Eventually, the ship arrives at Los Angeles, one of America's biggest gateways for imported goods. Giant cranes unload thousands of containers. Our container is lifted from the vessel and placed onto a truck. The products inside are delivered to warehouses, retail stores, distribution centers, and finally consumers. Mission accomplished. The container has done its job. Or has it? The hidden problem. Now the cargo is gone. The container is empty. And that's where the real challenge begins, because Los Angeles imports far more goods than it exports. Thousands of containers arrive every day, but not enough products leave to refill them. As a result, empty containers begin piling up. Container yards become overcrowded. Storage costs increase. Ports become congested. And shipping companies face a difficult decision. What should they do with millions of empty boxes? Leave them, store them, or send them back across the ocean? None of these options are cheap. This is called container repositioning, and it costs the global industry billions every year. Why not fill them? The obvious question is, why not just put something inside? The answer is surprisingly simple. There often isn't enough cargo. America imports far more manufactured goods than it exports. China exports huge volumes of products. The trade balance is unequal. Containers flow heavily in one direction. Imagine 100 containers arriving from Asia. Perhaps only 40 or 50 can find cargo for the return trip. The rest must travel empty. It's like an airline flying half its seats empty every day. Except these flights cross entire oceans. The crazy economics. Here's where things get even stranger. Sometimes it's cheaper to build a brand new container than return an empty one. Think about that. A company may spend thousands moving an empty box halfway around the world, or simply order a new one from a Chinese factory. Many choose the second option. The result? More steel consumption, more manufacturing, more emissions, and even more containers entering the system. The cycle continues. And the pandemic disaster. Then came COVID-19, and everything broke. Factories shut down, ports slowed, consumer demand exploded. People stuck at home began buying electronics, furniture, gym equipment, and home office supplies. Containers became trapped in the wrong locations. Ships waited offshore for weeks. Ports reached record congestion. Manufacturers desperately searched for empty containers. Shipping rates skyrocketed. Routes that once cost $2,000 suddenly exceeded $20,000. For a brief moment, empty containers became one of the most valuable assets in global trade. the world learned a harsh lesson. Supply chains are only as strong as their weakest link. How companies fight back. Today, companies use sophisticated technology to solve the problem. AI predicts future container demand. Digital platforms match exporters with available containers. Container leasing companies allow businesses to use boxes without owning them. Real-time tracking systems monitor locations worldwide. Some startups are even building platforms described as the Uber of shipping containers. The goal is simple: reduce empty miles, increase utilization, move more goods with fewer containers. The future could look very different. Smart containers equipped with sensors, AI-controlled logistics networks, automated ports, predictive supply chains, blockchain-based leasing agreements. Every innovation aims to solve the same problem, making sure containers spend more time carrying cargo and less time sitting idle. Because every empty container represents lost money, lost efficiency, and lost opportunity. The next time you see a rusty shipping container beside a highway, remember, that box may have traveled across oceans, visited multiple countries, carried millions of dollars worth of products, and become part of a global logistical puzzle worth more than $20 billion every year. It's just an empty box. But behind it lies one of the biggest hidden challenges in world trade: